This right here, girl, is an ad. I'm gonna need you to get you some of this Just Move Energy supplement so you can have the energy to get your workouts done like I need to get mine done, girl. It is sometimes a struggle and you need a little extra. Plus the protein shakes. I don't have an appetite a lot of the time. Protein shakes really help me after the workout because I do not want to be on the massage table with my stomach growling because that's where I'm going after this, okay? So I get my protein shake done before, boom, I got both of them. I'm ready, okay? I'm getting old. My knees is a problem. Do you see me warming it up? Do you see me trying to stretch it out? That's 35 pounds. I'm squatting 35 pounds. I'm proud. You can get those gloves and other workout gear from TeamLASHAE.com. The link is down below in the description box, girl. Yes. Girl, I have to give it to myself. You look good, girl. You look good. Juvie. I just had to put him in here because he's cute. I'm on my way to the spa, girl. Piece of serenity. My homegirl does not want to be seen, but she does the best massages. I go to her at least once a week for this muscle situation, girl. And she also gave me this massage cream with CBD in it that really helps with my aches and my pain. So get you some. All of this. Get you some. 15% off with my Relax Me Bondi code. Okay, girl? Get it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram. And let's get into the video. Right?
Hey y'all, what's going on? Hi everybody, it's your girl BondyBlue and I'm back for another BondyBlue show. Okay, and we're going to start this BondyBlue show off with talking about Haus of Vicious because Haus of Vicious came on Wednesday night on BET and girl, we got to talk about it because it was a mess. We have to have a conversation. We have to talk about it. So first of all, y'all, how is everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Y'all all right? All right. It's good to see you all coming into the room. Come into the room. Okay, girl. It's time for me to get my nails redone, girl. It's time. Yo, sitting in here, trying to get my mojo up. Big ass bitch, big ass hoes, tip my windows and lock my doors. Do y'all listen to that Traumazine album? I don't care what anybody says. Like, this is the thing for me. Be good at your art. If you're good at your art and you're not too problematic, I don't have anything to say. Are you good at your art? Are you a tad bit problematic? Let me know. Because it's okay. If you're a tad bit problematic and you're good at your job, girl, I don't care. No one's perfect. I ain't going to be too many more you Kanye's out here, though. I ain't going to be dealing with too many more y'alls, you know, over there crashing gap stock market and shit. We'll get into that in a minute. But first of all, let's go ahead and get into Haus of Vicious. Y'all, first of all, Professor Ogilvy. Professor Ogilvy, this episode was giving us, we didn't like the vibes, is what I'll say. He's getting drunk in the living room when Chantel comes downstairs and he tries to make her dance with him. It was giving, you're drunk, stop. He didn't stop. He ended up pushing his daughter down to the stairs. She hit her head. And then when he went to try to see if she was okay, he then went again with the pushing and the pulling and the, let me see it. I was just trying to dance with you. And I was just trying to, and grabbing onto her, and her mama comes into the door. What is going on here? She told him the sun rises at 6:29 a.m. When I open my eyes, you better be going. He sits back down on the sofa and said he ain't going nowhere. I said, we obviously are going to see a scene where Chantel's mama damn near kills the daddy. Either way, the conversation is how to not be a product of your environment. Because just as Chantel's daddy loved that bottle and was sitting there getting drunk, talking to himself, Chantel is doing the same thing. It's just she's doing it with cocaine. Okay? And let me tell y'all something. This scene went on too long. This scene was 14, 15, 16 minutes long. Way too long for the opening scene to be that long. I don't care. It was too long. Too long by about 7 minutes. she could have gave us this same performance because it was good, but she could have gave us this same performance in 7 minutes and not in 16. Just a note, okay? We don't want to Tyler Perry this shit. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler Perry tends to have the scenes going on longer than they need to because we're trying to fill time. Do us a favor, okay? There has to be a scene somewhere on the cutting room floor. Gather it, bring it back. Don't do this to us with these 14-minute scenes. It was too much, okay? But either way, Chantel is high in the mirror, okay? Who's the baddest bitch? It's me. You motherfucker tried to judge me. I don't fuck with nobody. I be minding my business, but they all try to come for me. Yeah, I did it, bitch. I told you shit the fuck up. You won't have none of this shit, bitch. None of this shit. You won't have none of this shit. You gonna give her a baby, okay? All you give me was the dead babies. You gonna give her a baby. Oh, all right. That bitch fell off for a second. I'm back. We good now. All right. Yeah. Condensed version. Condensed version. Okay. Ends up with her being on the carpet. Oh, bitch, that shit too expensive. You can't be dropping this shit on the floor. Oh Lord, bitch. And then she get back in her chair and she pass out. And Milan gonna come in there later. But give me a second. Okay. So yeah, sniffing cocaine off the carpet. Okay. Okay, sister can't fly on one wing. That's what it was given. It was given. Sister can't fly on one wing. Give it to me. Oh Lord, it was given sister. It was given sister. Okay. Jalen talks to her husband and child. Jalen's husband. I hate when I only know people because of how much they were in Tyler Perry movies and plays. Okay. This nigga was in all of the Tyler Perry plays back in the day. Okay. I ate before I came up here. When I was doing the video. God damn it. Anyway, Jalen talks to her husband and he says that she's out there catering to that. Okay. He's sitting in front of the TV watching the game, drinking. Jalen out there working for the money. And I'm not saying a man don't work, but it seems to me in this small little scene that Jalen is married to a man that is just of her intimidated by her. Okay? That's just what it looked like to me, especially because it seems as if he's making decisions with their son that go against what Jalen wants. And it seems passive aggressive. It seems like a way to get back at her by saying, well, if you were here, but it's like, that I got to work. Now you got a problem with my job? It's obvious that Jalen spends a lot of her time worrying about Chantel's craziness, and it is taken away from her home life. And that's why we're about to meet her husband. Because, this episode, Jalen said, I didn't had enough, motherfuckers. Y'all done too much. Okay? Y'all. Let me see. Child, are you hurt? Oh, Lord, why I gotta be the responsible person all the time? Jesus. So Bishop is a new character of which we have not met, but we are all worried and scared because he is Kane's ex-drug partner. It's giving 50 Cent. Y'all remember on Power, okay? The story goes as such. 50 Cent, Tommy, and Ghost were all in business together. And Ghost wanted to do some shit that 50 didn't want to do. So they set 50 up to go to jail, took the money and ran on some shit. Okay? Tasha was involved too. Took it and ran on some shit. Well, apparently that's what they did to Bishop. Okay? Because Bishop rolls up at Raven's house. Okay? Another scene that was too long. Okay? Why the hell do we need to see Raven going from the tub to the shower, then getting out the shower, and then here come Bishop handing her a towel, scaring the shit out of all of us, and then she shit. Like, I was like, what's going on here, Raven? What's going on here, Raven? Apparently that's her baby daddy. They set the baby daddy up to fall, and they took his money and ran. Now he wants everything that they stole from him. I was just like, y'all gonna have to kill him. Go ahead and wrap it up. Go ahead and figure out a plan. Y'all have to take him out. Chantel. Back to Chantel being high as a kite. Milan comes into her dressing room to try to gather her because there's an interview that Jalen has scheduled. And even though Chantel wants to cancel it, Jalen insists that she pull it together and do this interview because we need some good press after everything that's happened. Okay? Don't look good to be canceling and shit. Child, she in chill. They just doing shit to her. Okay, she in a chair. High as a kite. But she pulls it together by the time she gets in front of the camera. Kane showed up after days of her not seeing him. Apparently, he showed up, didn't like the conversation, was there for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, and then walked off set. To which Chantel kept it cute, but followed behind him. They were still mic'd when they continued to have this conversation. And this conversation was about him fucking his side piece. He asked if she wants to go to jail. She asked if he got this home wrecking bitch pregnant. He says, you broke into her house and destroyed the place. Jalen comes running in to snatch the mic packs off. Now they're trending on the internet. Chantel blames Jalen because she wanted to cancel the interview, but she listened to Jalen and Jalen didn't even do her job to make sure that the mic pack was off. Jalen was trying to have this conversation in the office, but Chantel wanted to be ignorant and have it amongst everybody else. So Jalen dug into her ass and told her that she wilding, she tripping, and maybe if she did not have to put out so many damn fires, including her drunken, drugged up stupors that she got going on, okay? Maybe she would have caught the mic pack, okay? Maybe. Okay, but outside of that, you're tripping because this whole fashion week shit is bullshit. Do you know why it's bullshit? Do you know why? Because everybody is gonna be in Paris. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Okay? Okay? Let it sink in. Jalen throws her hands up. Tired of saving Chantel, she quit. Tired of this motherfucker. I quit. Like that. Milan brings some food to Avery's house. Avery's trying to clean shit up for Chantel. I'm sure to no avail because she can't put one fire out without another one popping up right after. So, you know. But it seems as if Milan really has his sights set on Avery. All right, that's cute. And then Chantel has a knock on the door and she's getting arrested for vandalism. Because the baby mama who's living in a house that she's paying for called the police on her for destroying all the things that she paid for inside of the house. Oh, Lord, it makes my nerves bad just thinking about it. But that was House of Vicious, girl. It was good. It was good, but I need y'all to shorten up these scenes now. Do not Tyler Perry us, okay? Don't do it. That's not what we want for y'all. Carmen, thank you for the super chat. In your next Now That We're Grown movie review, can you do Kingdom Come? I just rewatched it last night and found myself mad like I never was before. I'll think about it. It's not gonna be the next one, but you know, I'll add it to the list. Either way, you guys, make sure you all hit the like button. Let everybody know we're live. All right, so we're back and we're about to do this BondyBlue shit. We're about to get into the stories. We're about to get into whatever the hell's going on the internets. The internets have been popping a lot lately. Like a lot has been going on. It's been given foolishness though, in my opinion. It's been given like, why are we even doing this right now? Like when I woke up today and realized that Nicki Lied was trending on Twitter and I didn't understand why. So let's go to it. Not my notifications, child. Let's go to trending. What was trending? Nicki Lied. Here we go. Okay. Hold up. Let's share this screen with y'all. Hold up. All right. So there's an entire Twitter thread talking about Nicki lied. And I was just like, Nicki lied about what? Like, what's going on today? If I didn't do this for a living, I wouldn't give a shit. But I get up here and I see that y'all have made an argument out of whether Cardi B sent 2 men or 2 women to beat up the 2 strippers that allegedly had, back and forths with her old man. Okay. And they were using this to say that Cardi, well, first of all, Cardi pled guilty. I think we all knew that Cardi did it. I don't think there was ever really an argument about whether Cardi had this done or not. It was giving hood shit. It was giving gang. It was giving showing that that I'm strong and that I can do whatever I want, including having bitches, beat up when they think they're gonna my husband. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was giving. So let me see right quick.
Really a fighter. Like I'm a small person and I got small hands, so I like to hit people with things. So when I don't hit people with things, it's like, oh man, let me just get it popping. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I just hire any little project nigga, like, here, $200, handle that.
Damn, male or female, he'll hit a motherfucker.
You better be careful, self. Now,
really a fighter.
Okay, so they use that as evidence of what she already pled guilty to. See what I'm saying? Like, does it even matter? Like, I mean, essentially, I feel like they said she sent 2 women, but I see how y'all make arguments about the dumbest shit. Like y'all still talking about payola? Y'all still talking about payola? I want the vibration to rise at some point because it's giving basic bitch. We still arguing and fussing about the same shit between these 2 bitches. Get over it, okay? All of y'all little fans, y'all are whack. I want y'all to find something else to do with y'all time. Like, write y'all fucking Congress members or something like that. Mississippi got dirty water. Don't y'all think y'all energies can be put towards something positive besides all of this foolishness that y'all go on and on and on about that don't matter? Oh, Lord, make my head hurt, Jesus. Make my head hurt. I see a lot of y'all in the comments are talking about Tim Norman. Because that's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna talk about stuff we not talking about. But let me go ahead and find it. Let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and pull it up for everybody because we want to be on top of it. Okay. Verdicts. Verdict is in. All right. I appreciate you. All right. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. Oh, we're having trouble streaming to this destination. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. You were streaming just fine a minute ago. Now you're having issues. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Things are malfunctioning. Yes, back to Tim and those hips. A verdict is in by the jury for Tim Norman. He is guilty of all charges. Conspiracy for murder for hire, guilty. Conspiracy to murder for hire resulting in death, guilty. I feel like that's why all the charges that mean the same thing. I really need for the criminal justice system to dumb it down because y'all be doing too fucking much. I feel like y'all doing too much. Conspiracy to murder for hire, like, I get it. We need to say that it actually resulted in death versus murder for hire that doesn't result in death, but still, like, come on. Conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud, got it. I feel like it should just be conspiracy to murder for hire resulting in death and conspiracy to commit to commit wire and mail fraud. But yeah, he's smiling in them pictures, child. Let's see. What
bars for life?
Yes.
He ruined multiple lives, not just ours, but multiple lives. And it's some peace, but not all the way. Because my brother's not gonna come back while he's still in jail, eating commissary, whatever it is. But my mother got some peace. We knew it was him. We knew it.
Mr. Norman's plan was relatively straightforward. He fraudulently obtained life insurance in the amount of $450,000 on his nephew, Andre Montgomery, without Mr. Montgomery's knowledge. He then used a paramour to locate Mr. Montgomery and a co-defendant to fatally shoot and kill him. And within days of his nephew's murder, Mr. Norman, started the process of getting the insurance company to pay the claim.
This is just
Sorry. Sorry. I don't know why he thought that was going to work. I don't know why he thought that was going to work. You literally tried to get policies in your nephew's name before and they denied you. So I'm looking at the situation like, how could you be so stupid as to think that this would actually work, that you would actually be able to get away with that? That's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But anyway, Shinjay, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Bonnie, just happy to make it to a live. Love you, lady. Enjoy the weekend. You do the same. I hope you do the same. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on from there. There was something else on my Twitter that I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Where is it? Somebody put it this is somebody sent it to me and I'm trying to find it. Hold up, y'all, because I want to find the post and so we can talk about it, because one of the bonbons sent this to me and they wanted me to talk about it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, hold up. Hold up. I said, hold up. You see a bad bitch coming through now. What's the hold up? Let's see. Here we go. Share.
Attached to this comment, clearly it's a class of men and women really not ready to talk about this, but peep this. See that number up there? In 10 days, there are almost 600 comments of women who have gone through this. Let's look at some, shall we, since y'all think women be lying. This was my marriage. Got into a heated argument because I had COVID and asked him to do the grocery shopping. Baby, tell me about it. Now the husband wants to know why the kids don't talk to them and they feel left out. I barely talked to my father and he is flabbergasted. Simply cannot understand since he was technically there. Facts. I'm on my way to divorce now because I realized that I was doing so much without him and we were married. Right. I was single as fuck. And my daughter and I lived in that 5-bedroom house by ourselves. We never saw him. He came, got showered and dressed and left. Oh, it's more. Honey, I tried to miss my ex-husband after I left. One day I tried to cry about it, but I couldn't think of anything he did to miss. When I married my second husband, I had 2 kids. I might as well have stayed a single mother. Facts. I might as well have stayed a single mother. When I went to school, he got worse. Same. My kids leveled up. I went on ahead and left the marriage. Same here. Interracial marriage. Now divorced. No difference. I was a married single mother. They will never be ready to talk about it. Jeep fam say, yep, I was there one time. What y'all finna stop doing is invalidating women's experiences.
I was sent that, and I thought it was a very interesting topic to talk about for a quick minute, because the truth of the matter is that's not surprising at all. Like, that's not surprising at all. A lot of the 2-parent households that I know of, the men were there, but they weren't there. They didn't actually contribute to the children the way the mothers did. They did not pour into, especially if it's not like a boy child. If a man doesn't have his boy child to look at as a little version of himself, if a man does not have his boy child so that he can, do the sports thing with him, it's almost as if there is no real interest in the child if the child is not some carbon copy of yourself. which is why you have often heard me say, I do not like when women have children for men. And I will always say it. I do not like it because I feel like women should really want to be mothers in order to be responsible for children, because children are hard. And you have to have it in your mind that whatever child you do have, there's a possibility you may have to raise that child on your own, because we live in a system that allows men to just up and leave or tap out of whatever they don't feel like doing. And it's not to say that there are mothers that do this, but I hate the fact that we have to have these conversations like we don't know that most of the times it's the men that leave and the women that have to actually do all the hard work as it pertains to raising the children. And that a lot of men think that's the way it's supposed to go. Like when Martell told Mel that he shouldn't have to make the kids food because that's what he has a wife for. Oh, is that what I'm for? Is that what a wife is for? To make sure you don't have to do certain things? I thought it was about having a life partner, somebody that you liked enough to want to build with, knowing that it was going to require hard work on both parties' part, and not always putting shit on the woman because it's the easier thing, the lazy thing to do. The same reason why, I don't go up for women allowing men to be solely financially responsible, because at some point you're going to be at their behest and they're going to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do with you because you are dependent upon them in some respects. You need to have your own power in any situation. And a part of having your own power is paying some of your own fucking bills. And people just don't like to admit that to themselves, but that's just what it is. Anytime you allow somebody to take care of you as if you are a child, understand that they are going to, at some point or another, treat you like a child. I had the opposite experience. Kayla, there's always the one. There's always the one. I didn't have that experience either. My father was 100% glued in. Help with homework, wash clothes, brought you places, dropped you off. He couldn't do really much. My mama did hair. So he was never going to do the hair because my mama did hair for a living. That don't even make no sense. But no, I get it. But at the same time, in most of my aunts, my uncles, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the one where the daddy was more involved in his one setting. But then you have more examples of two-parent households where the men didn't do nearly as much as the women. I have more examples of that in my life and what I see around. Way more examples of women putting in way more effort than the men do. But yes, there's always the other way around, of course. This is a by and large conversation. And that's usually where I'm coming from with it, because ultimately what I see more of is the unbalance, right? It's an unbalance. Why is it that we can look at these situations, and I pointed it out because somebody did it online. Somebody did this shit on social media today. Hold up. Let me see if I saved the shit. Let me see if I say the dumb shit. I probably didn't because it upset me. Yeah, because people like to say stupid shit on these posts. They just, they'll say something that we know mostly applies to men, but then they'll frame it in a way as if it's mostly women. And it's a gaslighting tactic in order to get people arguing under the comments. Tell somebody something that's truth is a lie and watch the comments go crazy. It's a tactic. It's smart, but it's exhausting. Damn, I don't remember who did it, and now I can't find it. But it was one of those times when you wish a nigga would put the microphone down. Everybody doesn't need to have a podcast. It was one of those moments. But I probably didn't save it because it annoyed me. Let's go ahead and move on into the topics. Let's talk about what else we want to talk about today, because there's a lot going on, right? So as you guys come in, can you please like the video, let other people know that we are live, because I feel like they're playing with me right now. But anyway, so Erica Mena and Safari finalized divorce. Safari to pay $4,305 blood clot dollars in monthly child support. Not blood clot. Okay. Shit, that's not bad. You got 2 children. Every time we see you, you're in a fur. You like your diamonds. You should be able to afford $4,300 a month, especially since we know you're going to be one of those fathers that's only going to show up sometimes. You're going to be the fun dad. Y'all come in on the easy things. Y'all want to play. Y'all want to spend time. And then you want to give them back to the mother when it comes to the homework, when it comes to the discipline, when it comes to the everyday, when it comes to wiping noses, when it comes to fixing food and making sure you have, like when it comes to all of that shit, that's all going to be her. That's all going to be her. And they're young too. He probably don't have as much money as he pretends to have. That $4,300 is probably enough for what he makes. And I'm sure Erica will, get her bag however she gets her bag. She's good for that, girl. Child Candace Owens. Let's do it. Let's do it.
There are really no words that can adequately describe how positively disgusted I am by this story and what this signifies in terms of the world that we are in today. What this really means, that a mother sat down and decided to sell her daughter's body for fame and money, and she was successful, right? But there are two things here that we need to remember. Not only did she do it, not only should we be completely disgusted by the idea that a mother, I just had a daughter, that a mother would sit down and watch various tapes of her daughter having sex with a boyfriend out of wedlock, and then say, let's sell this tape. This is the best one. You look the best in this tape. This will make you the most famous. Not only is that disgusting, but then that her plan worked. Kim Kardashian is a billionaire today. And she's, by the way, still selling sex. I now hold the opinion that Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. And I'm not going to edit this opinion. Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. Her mother is a pimp. Worse than a prostitute, Kim Kardashian is a corpse. She's a body without a soul. She is so emblematic of the society that we live in today, that if you are willing to degrade yourself, if you are willing to denigrate yourself, then our society, our American society, will give you more, right? How much are you willing to show us of your body? How much are you willing to give us of your daughter's body? That is the price of fame, and she did it. So no, it is not an exaggeration to say that Hollywood is satanic, because what could possibly be more satanic than that? What could possibly represent a more incestuous, if you will, relationship than a mother viewing her daughter's body, having sex, and selling it?
I know. There's so many people who want to agree with Candace here, but I feel like this is very funny coming from Candace, because in my opinion, women like Candace are prostitutes for Fox Network and for conservatives and their right-wing rhetoric that is very harmful. I believe that she sells her soul in some respect every time she gets on some national platform in order to act as if racism doesn't exist. You trick yourself out all the time, and a lot of y'all do. Are you going to act like you're not doing this for fame and money, Candace Owens? And another thing, I'm not a Puritan. I'm not a Puritan. So her calling Kim Kardashian a prostitute, big whoop. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. A prostitute? Oh, my God. Is that not the worst? Girl, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. I'm sorry, y'all, but I refuse to do this Anglo-Christian bullshit with y'all. Like, I really refuse to do this with y'all. I'm not gonna do it. I'll never forget Candace Owens' comments when the murder happened, standing on the man's neck. I'll never forget when that shit happened. I don't want to hear from you about how deplorable prostitution and sex and all of these things are when you're not nearly as bothered by people being murdered on camera in broad daylight by police officers. You're not bothered by that. So why are you bothered by sex exactly? This weird ass puritanical mindset that y'all have from these white people's religion that they gave y'all, girl, go to hell. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm just not. I don't care about Kim Kardashian prostituting herself. You know why? Because everybody's selling themselves in one respect or another. Candace Owens. Everybody's selling themselves in one form or another. Would I have done the things that Kim Kardashian did for fame? No. No, thank you. No, thank you. But I also feel like with everything comes its own set of challenges. With everything comes its own set of challenges. If you think that Kim Kardashian and her family don't have a hard time dealing with their fame, dealing with the people that want to rob them, that constantly obsess about them. If you don't think that they have some negative ramifications to the decisions that they've made, baby, then you are really not paying attention. If you think that all that matters is money, please go check on the man that threw himself out the building and all of that shit. Like, go check on the people with money that's still out here unhappy and killing themselves. I don't care about Kim Kardashian being a prostitute. And I'm low-key not even bothered about her mom watching that tape. Do you know why? Because the tape was made and everybody else was going to watch it. And her mom said, at the end of the day, if it's going to be out there, I'm going to make sure you look the best you can in the shit. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. But and I've definitely heard of worse shit. I've definitely heard of way worse shit. And then you mad that the plan worked in a world that already commodifies bodies? In a world that already has sold human bodies to the point that we are standing and living in a country that is solely off the free labor of Black bodies. And you got and let's not even talk about all of the sex trafficking that's going on right now. And you really think the most deplorable thing that happened was Kim Kardashian and her yamp ass mama? Yeah, I call Kris Jenner a young tramp. At one point, she probably was. I don't care. I don't care whether it was a plan set up by her, right? I don't care. I don't care. Do you know why I don't care? Because essentially, there are worse things going on in the world, and y'all do a lot when y'all get on y'all fucking grandstands to point out how somebody is less than because they did this thing with their body. No, I want y'all to talk about the people that are actually harming other people. Like, let's talk about the people that harm the kids. Let's talk about the people that's not helping with the water, Candace. Aren't you a political pundit? Why are you talking about Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner when Mississippi don't have clean water? Conservative, Republican. Why are the red states doing the worst? Can we talk about that? No. You were supposed to be a political pundit, but you having conversations and commentary on Kris Jenner and how terrible of a mother she is to Kim Kardashian and how deplorable their sex-driven entertainment devil-like. Girl, you're a part of it too. Miss me with the foolishness. You're a part of it too. You're the other end of it. You're the end that acts like everything is shiny and rainbows and Stepford Wife, but behind the curtain, baby, is it some repugnant shit? There is nothing about the projection of perfection that Candace gives off that makes me feel like it's true or real, or that you don't represent and make money for some deplorable, fucked up people, Candace Owens. So please miss me with the slut shaming on a public platform. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. You don't even know that lady to say she don't have a soul. Y'all know I don't fuck with the Kardashians. I don't watch them. But I also feel like every time somebody gets online to make them some fucking, conversation piece in order to put out their TED talk about these women, it ups those women's profile, first of all. And it makes you look desperate to have somebody care about what you have to say. Candace Owens killed me, right? Candace Owens was the one that told us that racism wasn't a thing, right? And then went and had her baby in the hospital. Matter of fact, baby with a white father, rich ass Candace Owens, and then basically got online and told us that because the hospital was doing what they normally do, they were treating her badly as a Black woman in the hospital. You were using the stats about Black women and how terrible they're treated in hospitals and their, infant mortality rate. She was using that to talk about how they were forcing her for her baby to get shots and shit. She didn't want to be on any drugs. They were trying to force her to do drugs. So she used the very thing she denies against what? The hospital? Girl, you just want attention. You just want attention. And you know what's annoying to me is that people get on all of these platforms every day and try to make it seem like people are less than because they like attention. As you comment about them, as you make conversations about them to get yourself attention, mad that they want attention. Everybody likes attention. Some of us are willing to do way too much for it. And I feel like Kim Kardashian and her mom and them did way too much, but for them, I guess it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue with billionaires. Like Kanye said, I'm about to argue with nobody that ain't got as much money as me. They shouldn't argue with me. The fuck? Okay, I don't even care. Do what you want to do, ma'am. At the end of the day, we all gonna lay down at some point and not wake up. And you can bet on it. So whatever Candace Owens thought she was doing in this moment, girl, she thought she ate, she thought she read. Go sit your hypocritical ass down somewhere, Candace. Oh my God, girl. It's the kind of Lisa Rice edges for me. Anyway, y'all, let's move on because there are other things. There are other things that I want to discuss. Okay, let's see. Sheree Whitfield admits to using the same clothing vendor as Shein. I don't design everything. Oh, you think? You think we didn't know that? Let's listen.
The comparisons to this one sweatsuit that somebody saw on Shein or Shine. I don't know how to pronounce it. And you guys alluded to that with the discount code. But what do you make of that?
You know what? I guess we're all, I've gotten a good production management, and they came up with the idea to maybe incorporate some other pieces that, a few other pieces with my custom pieces that will offer, different price points for different people. And, everybody won't I'm in a crop top right now. Everybody can't wear, won't wear a crop top. So incorporating other merch into the line. I'm not designing everything. I don't design hats. I don't design, things like that. So all I can say is that apparently Shein or Cheyenne or whatever, they shop at the same production.
It's like a licensed design, right? It's like a licensed design.
I guess it's private label. Yeah, but shame on that private label for selling anything that you sell to. What's the big one? Fashion Nova or Shein. You shouldn't sell to anybody else.
Yeah, to big fast fashion places. Yeah.
Yeah, huge volumes. Yeah.
Right. But the difference is that you have your own logo on that. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what? This isn't the first time that this has been done. I don't understand why people hold me to a different, degree than everybody else.
We did not hold you to a different degree, Sheree. You held yourself to a different degree, Sheree. That was you who did that. That said that, perfection needs time. You are the one that put 20 on 10 and acted like whatever you gave was going to be everything. All for it to turn out that you didn't. And then you still saying you designed shit, and I still don't think you designed a motherfucking thing. Child, why? Okay. If this was being said by TD Jakes, nobody would disagree. I don't think anybody is disagreeing. I think I'm saying that, so what? And what else is going on? That's my point. Give a fuck about people selling their pussy. Y'all be worrying about the wrong shit at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. What else Sheree said?
Any of these online boutiques, a lot of these stores you go to, a lot of designers, it's called private label. They're not necessarily designing every garment in their line. Mm-hmm. And some are not designing any of them.
Yeah. What do you make of the comparisons to this one sweatsuit that somebody saw on Shein?
All right,
or Shine? I don't know how to pronounce it. And you guys
really y'all don't know how to pronounce Shein? You don't know how to pronounce Shein? It used to be She Inside. And then they changed it to Shein. You can't pronounce that? I cannot. Anyway, y'all. So did y'all hear about this? Okay, first of all, we're not doing music, so let's mute that. But this is Raymond Santana. Y'all know that this is Delicious' husband. They got a divorce, I think, or they're going through a divorce. But either way, they broke up, and I feel like everybody is trying to make it seem like she shitted on him. I think he put something out recently talking bad about her, but this post made me so uncomfortable. I was like, why are you sitting in your car looking at me like this? You look like a creep. A lot of you niggas be looking like a creep. Here you go. Let's talk about it. Looks like Raymond Santana is standing up for himself following divorce from reality star Delicious. Back in March of this year, news broke that Raymond Santana, 48, filed for divorce from Flavor of Love star Chandra Delicious Davis, 44. After 2 years of marriage, Santana, who gained immense fame following the release of Ava DuVernay's When They See Us, which told the story of Santana and 4 teenage friends who were wrongly sentenced to prison for rape. In 1989, began dating the internet personality back in 2019. The two were engaged just 2 short months after. Now Santana is declaring he's more than someone who is married to a reality star and is ready to tell his side of things. Captioning a picture of himself on Instagram, the public figure wrote, "Guess I'm ready to tell my story now. Hashtag new chapter. Hashtag new beginnings. Hashtag excited. Hashtag drafted by God. Hashtag Mr. Santana. I was a great husband and father to kids who weren't mine." You know, it really annoys me when you niggas throw that shit in somebody's face about how you did or were a father figure to children that were not yours, as if you were always doing it to score brownie points and not to actually be a good person in those kids' life. I can't stand when you niggas do that. If you're not still in those children's lives, whatever you did while you were fucking their mother is of no consequence. So don't ever bring it up. I gave my heart to someone who didn't deserve me, let alone love me. Didn't deserve you. I know what I bring to the table. I have a whole lot of love to give, and I'm here for it. For those running their mouths, remember, I'm the one who petitioned for the divorce, not her. Following news of the divorce, Delicious publicly accused her then husband of being a narcissist and a serial cheater. The TV personality was then forced to fend off backlash, with many social media users accusing her of being a gold digger. I wish y'all would stop. I really wish y'all would stop. I feel like I've been arguing with people on Delicious' behalf about this very thing for years now. Delicious is not a gold digger, y'all. Delicious doesn't have to be a gold digger. I don't know if y'all had not been paying attention, but Delicious was doing very well for herself before her and Santana got together. This was not a woman who did not have. Delicious had a beautiful house. She was on the radio and she was doing bookings every weekend. I honestly am more inclined to believe Delicious because of the way he is talking about himself. You are only in that lady's life for 2 years max, and you're taking like this, I'm so great, I did nothing wrong, she was so terrible, she didn't deserve me. Like, really? It's just the language that he's using that makes me feel like he's absolutely probably a narcissist. Anyone that has to describe themselves like that is a narcissist. Okay, and also anybody that is taking video of themselves in their car like this, yeah, it's giving narcissist. I'm uncomfortable. Cut it the fuck out. All right, y'all. Can Zeus Network please stop? Can Zeus Network please stop? What's going on?
Fuck out of here, nigga. Shout out to the G's. Shout out to the G's. We don't know this nigga. Bobby Boys, Jim Jones, man, we in the building tonight. Let's get it, nigga. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please Clear the runway. Hey, nigga, play the fucking music. Play the fucking music. Daniels Leathers is coming out. Fuck all that. Play the fucking music. Play the fucking music, nigga. Play the fucking music, nigga. Play the fucking music, nigga. Shut up. Shut up. Ways are exclusive, like a dream that is exclusive. My love is fluid, many ways I can do it. I like the first one. Come on top.
I don't know what this music is, so I don't want to have that playing too long. But y'all, what is going on here? What is going on here? Natalie is getting in Mano's face. It seems as if Mano took over the microphone. Mano seems drunk. Mano's an asshole, and I honestly feel like I don't know why him and Jim are even at this party, but it's giving whack. It's giving whack. Natalie Nunn wasn't here for the disrespect Mano was showing to Zeus Network. I guess they were trying to like announce something that Zeus had going on, and Mano got on the microphone and shut all of the shit down. I was trying to see because I know there's another video out there of all of them fighting. And I was just kind of like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but y'all are doing the absolute fucking most. Okay? So that's the song. I know that's the song that he was like rushing us to play. Somebody get him. All right, y'all. So let's move on from there. Whatever's going on with Zeus Network, I'm tired of Zeus Network. They just real aggy on my timeline. Y'all, when I tell y'all it's always some fucking posts with them, okay? Like constantly. They're always posting. This is BGC Inc. So that makes sense. But Neighborhood Talk and all of that be posting them a lot as well. And I'm like, why are we going through this? Child, this ain't even the only one. How you and EP getting punched out. When the EP got punched out? Ooh. Oh, yeah. They snuck her. Somebody snuck her. Somebody came up on the side of her. Oh, did she actually get hit? Child, all I know is Natalie Nunn looks a hot ass mess in all this bullshit y'all got going on. It looks a hot ass mess over there at Zeus Network, but y'all can keep doing that if that's what y'all on. Congratulations, all of that. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Where do I want to go next? Uninvited guest Mano. Okay. So he was uninvited. Okay. Gotcha. Let me see. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj and this nosy hoe situation. Okay. Okay, so coming for Nicki Minaj online might land you in some trouble. According to reports, Nicki Minaj, real name Onika Tanya Mirage Petty, is claiming a woman who goes by the social media persona Nosy Ho, real name Marley Green, posted a video on Monday saying outlandish things about her during the video. Green allegedly said Nicki Minaj is shoving all this cocaine up her nose, allegedly. Thank you, allegedly, but we all know it's true. She continued, listen, I can't even say allegedly with that because we all know it's true. I'm not saying allegedly on that. Nicki is a cokehead. That's what she said. That's not what I'm saying. Nicki also alleges that Green made vile comments about her 1-year-old son, saying your baby is going to be a rapist. 2, as you may already know, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, was convicted in 1995 for the attempted rape of a woman named Jennifer Huff. Reportedly, Nicki's lawsuit against Green calls the media personality a nobody and someone whose main accomplishments in life have been a string of criminal charges, bail jumps, and bad debts. The suit argues that due to the traction of the video has gained, there's a possibility people could believe what Green said. Nicki's attorney, Judd Bernstein, states that at the time of the suit filing, the cocaine video on Twitter received over 2,000 likes and more than 2,500 retweets. 250 retweets. The super freaky girl rapper claims she never used cocaine and is suing for defamation, seeking damages of no less than $75,000. So here's the thing about that. As soon as she did this, I was like, so they're going to be able to use your music against you, right? They're going to be able to use your music against you. If you've ever said you did anything like that in your music, she's going to be able to use that against you. This seems to me, and I understand that Nosy Ho says some deplorable things about Nicki's baby, and I don't think it's cool to ever talk about people's children. I don't even know why that would come to your mind about that lady's child, okay? But at the same time, I feel like Nicki has been doing the fucking most, okay? Oh, did she? Did Azalea Banks air her out? Girl, let me see if I can find it. But I feel like Nicki's doing the most. I feel like this is just her flexing her power. I feel like this is no different from the alleged harassment that took place with Jennifer Huff. And when you look at the way she went off on Garcelle Bouveau because she interviewed with the lady and people were making racist comments about Garcelle's children. So she was asking people to stop and Nicki responds, well, did you care about my fucking child, bitch, and all of this crazy shit? And I just kind of feel like Nicki has something going on personally over there, obviously. And I think that whatever's going on with her personally, I think that it is showing itself in the way she is acting out on social media. But the only thing about it is when she acts out on social media in this way, it does really good for her brand, especially if she has a song coming out. This ignites her barbs. She's taking over the internet. She's all over the blogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does all of these things and then boom, bow, pow, it has the desired effect. And I just kind of feel like I don't even like to see that she's suing Nosy Ho, because I feel like essentially you still did to Nosy Ho the same thing that you did to for Harriet, Kimberly Foster. You had your fans dox her allegedly. Okay, I'll say allegedly, bitch. Allegedly. Okay. It seems to me, based on her video, that you were liking tweets that have now been deleted. And those tweets are what pushed your fandom to dox and threaten a YouTuber who simply did not like your new song. This idea that someone cannot critique Nicki without being doxed and harassed is ridiculous to me. You are not impervious to people not liking what you do. I know it sucks, but you're going to have to get over it. And it's just really upsetting to see so many people kind of defend her right to use her power against people just because she doesn't like somebody's opinion of her. She just so happened to catch Nosy Ho slipping. Nosy Ho probably thought that video wasn't really going to be seen or it wasn't really going to reach her. You know what I'm saying? That's what she had to be thinking, girl. I don't know. Let me see if I can find Azalea Banks. Let me see. Trying to see what else y'all was saying in the comments. Okay. Make sure y'all like the video, y'all. Okay. Hold up. Okay, let's do it. I found it. Twitter. Okay. Suppose that fan Nicki sent to hit Cardi at Wireless had a razor in their hand and Cardi really got hurt just trying to do her job. Who the fuck is allowing female rap to turn into a toilet bowl of shit and violence? Oh, wow. So when Cardi, So Azalea Banks is saying that was Nicki Minaj that had that done? That's crazy. Who the fuck is allowing female rap to turn into a toilet bowl of shit and violence? Bum ass, no swag having bitch. This bitch is taking shit entirely too far and needs to know She cannot get away with shit like that. If she does it to Cardi, she'll do it to the next girl she's jealous of. And none of that shit belongs in hip hop. Make a hot record, bitch. Okay? Like, make a record, bitch. Coke, bloat, anger, postpartum depression, whack singles, drug addiction, LOL. Like, why are you on a talk show running your mouth about everything but the fact that you have to hide in Queens and marry some low-level blood nigga because you want to be Cardi so bad? Weak asshole really out here setting up fights and paying people's children to antagonize people, but still can't make a song anyone fucking cares about. Jesus Christ, Azalea. Oh my God. I never noticed how much coke and how many drugs y'all really be out here doing because y'all are fat. I mean, me too, but I don't do drugs. And Azalea Banks had to let me know about the coke blow, laughing my ass off. You learn something new every day. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I had no idea. Let's see. Are there no other? Was that it? Was that the eating? Was that the eatation? Was that all? Okay. Okay. We're gonna back out. Let me see. Okay, wait, no, hold up. What else?
Y'all have had a lot to say about my mental health over the years and like my opinions and all this, that, and the third. But like, are you guys really not watching Nicki Minaj stalk Cardi B? Like, are you not watching this kind of like a psychotic obsession that Nicki Minaj has with Cardi B now, and how dangerous this shit is getting now? Like, truth be told, the reason you probably still mad 5 years later is because you probably originally wanted to be Cardi B's friend. You know what I mean? It's like obvious. Like, you want to go to the Cardi B slumber party and wear like footsie pajamas and like hang out with Cardi because she's fun. She's fun. Like,
this is totally true, you guys. You can never really trust Azalea Banks that much because one day she's lying, the next day she's spot on. She's a wild card child. So I don't know if anything she's saying is true or not, but we're here to listen.
It's a good time, you know? And I think you're mad and still doing the shit and still screaming because you've completely burned that bridge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, the bitch really has nothing to fucking do. Like, you're sitting there like you're like a fucking like bottom like.
Okay. Elite Leo, thank you for the super chat. Also, look for the audio of where Azalea talks about how she played the fuck out of Nicki with that witchcraft rumor. Okay. I heard about that.
Shit that has nothing to do with me, but no. It's never the fucking case. This bitch, like, listen, y'all can be fans, y'all can the music. I like some of the box too, but girls, it's probably a lot of jobs that y'all would probably consider for that this bitch went and was like, oh, well, if you work with her, then you can't work with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably that didn't even reach your team because this bitch is like back there just being jealous and like, you know, like collecting dirt on people at production companies to try and use it against them and shit like that. Like just real dirty, shiesty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shiesty shit. And it'd probably be a bitch that like you probably think she like you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what is that bird? Why does that look like a fucking penguin? That ain't a damn penguin. Hold up. What the fuck is this?
Not her getting distracted by a bird. Hold up. Let me find it. I'm trying to find the part.
Went and did voodoo, like actually went to a voodoo person on multiple occasions.
Let me tell y'all something. The easiest form of witchcraft is to tell someone that witchcraft is being done to them. Someone with a weak mind, they get paranoid and they start turning on themselves. And that is exactly what is happening. The walls are fucking closing in. The walls are closing in on you. Like you're sniffing out, you're doing perks, you're down in the fucking gutter, bitch. Ha! You are not as smart as you think you are. I lied.
And now you're out here making a fucking fool of yourself. I love to see it.
Oh wow. I feel like all of the bitches are weird.
One of your favorite rappers.
I feel like all of the bitches are weird. I do feel like it seems as if Nicki is low key obsessed with Cardi at this time. But I don't know. It's so much mess, you guys, and it just seems so negative and low vibrational and unnecessary. But I'm low key inclined to believe Azalea when it comes to certain things. We were talking last time we did the BondyBlue show. Thank you, Lauren, for the super chat. Nikki does have weird psychotic obsession with Cardi. I love her music, not super freaky, but I wish she wasn't so cringe. Yeah, she does too much. And her antics this past week were definitely coming off as desperate. They were definitely coming off as, look at me by any means necessary. Look at me. Like that's what it was given to me. In my mind, that's where I was with it. Okay. But we also talked about Quinta Brunson winning her Emmy and Jimmy Kimmel lying on the ground in front of her. And she went on his show and there was an apology.
Happened is, well, I have a video and I'll show what happened.
Okay.
Well, here's what happened.
Jimmy, wake up, I won. Jimmy? Okay, hold my phone.
Now, that was a dumb comedy bit that we thought it would be funny. I lost, and then I drank too much, and I had to be dragged out on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then people got upset.
Mm-hmm.
They said I stole your moment, and maybe I did. And I'm very sorry if I did do that. I'm sorry I did do that, actually. And also, the last thing I would ever want to do is upset you because I think so much of you. And I think you know that. I hope you know that.
I do. Well, Jimmy, let me just say thank you. It is very kind of you to say that. I honestly was in such a moment of just having a good time. Like I won my first Emmy. I was up there like, happy. Right. And I was wrapped up in the moment and just having a good time. I don't know. I didn't see any of that. I saw you and I saw Will Arnett and my Emmy and I was just like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. But thank you. That's kind. But honestly, I had a good night.
Oh, yeah.
I had a great night.
You had a great night.
I had such a good night. It was a good night and a good time. And yeah.
I do want to explain this for those who may be confused by this. So what happened is...
Okay. So yeah, we appreciate Jimmy Kimmel for saying that. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel ain't for nobody, old clown. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm glad that he had to say something about it. And I did understand. I was watching Erica De Niro's video yesterday, and she was saying the imagery of Quinta standing over this white man seemingly dead, laying out on the ground, and she stands there with this gold statue in her hand looking triumphant. I absolutely understood the visual of that. Absolutely. Have y'all, first of all, Renique, I don't know why you sent me this, Renique.
Somebody better
I don't know why you sent me this, Renique. Okay, I'm talking to somebody that I personally know, and I know she gonna watch this, but she wrong for this. Okay, because she gonna send me these heifers, these real Charlotte side chick heifers on the For You By You network, For Us By Us network, and Megan James is executive producing. And I was just like, I wasn't checking for these hoes when they was on the Breakfast Club trying to be seen for being side chicks. I feel like y'all think because we in a different time frame that maybe we could take the side chick show seriously, but to me, it looked like another opportunity for everybody to fight like they crazy.
Next thing you know, you got my homegirl, Kat, SEDURE, that I've known since I was in freaking middle school.
It's a whole lot video release party doing money, and you want to take the shit? Did this bitch just get smacked? Man, the way that girl got smacked in that place, I was like, is she gonna do something bad? A side chick.
Nigga say, they done got King and Tootie, man. They got him on the side of the road, man. I said, what the fuck did they do?
What y'all mean no sound? What y'all can't hear? What did y'all miss? I'm muted. I'm muted. I'll wait. Bondy, what are your thoughts on a teenager who... We'll talk about it in a minute. Y'all can hear me fine? Okay. Okay.
They got pies, man. They say they looking good, man. Nigga say, they done got King and Tootie, man. They got him on the side of the road, man.
Y'all didn't hear me after the Side Chicks video. I was just saying I'm not reviewing that. I'm not watching that. I don't know why y'all want me to lower my vibration for that type of ratchetry is what I said. Okay. That's why I said I'm not fooling with them. Okay. I am not fooling with them. Now T.I. over here. Now, yeah, it's a chuckle to hear you imitate Boosie Badass's weird ass voice, but ultimately you using your son as material, and it's probably the first time I've heard you be funny on stage is when you using your son for material. Damn, I don't know. In this situation, I feel like maybe it's too soon. I don't know, but it feel fucked up to me. It feel, and I understand that that's not that far from putting them on reality TV shows and all of the other things you've done to make money off of your family, which I don't fault you for. That's not a bad thing. But something about using that situation as a comedy bit seems lazy to me. It seems, yeah, it also seems a little like bad parenting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to judge anybody. I'm not a parent, but it just feels wrong that you get on stage to make fun of the child you raised as if any of, his attitudes aren't your fault because you have those same attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still very much hard-headed like your son is. You were getting arrested up until recently. Child, anyway, yes. Okay, the GoFundMe. I saw this story. It really, really upset me originally when I saw this. This young woman, Piper Lewis, okay, who was trafficked.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Sorry, y'all.
The mic's off.
Okay, yes. Okay, Piper Lewis, Des Moines teen convicted of killing her alleged grape juicer. All right. They wanted her to pay $150,000 of restitution to his family, even though he trafficked her. And so the people got online. The people were upset, and the people decided to start a GoFundMe. Piper Lewis now has $373,000 to help pay for the restitution and hopefully help her start a better life. This is what I love about the internet. Because without the internet, things like this would not happen. I love the fact that every now and again, the internet does its job in such an amazing and positive way to take a story that is so disgusting that y'all would charge her for killing somebody that trafficked her, as if that is not a crime against her, as if it was not self-defense, as if she was not a white young woman, we wouldn't be having this conversation in the first place. But it's so nice when the internet can help somebody out of such a deplorable situation, because our justice system continues to disappoint us with its racism and nonsensicalness. Jesus Christ. Okay. But I would not want to give y'all that story if I couldn't give y'all something good after it. Now let's talk about Kanye.
Because people always think of things like a celebrity. This kind of, I wouldn't have been so influential in clothing language. I like that. I like the word language better than aesthetic. Because the language is a base, aesthetic is just a style. It's a language that me and Virgil and Dimna and Jerry Lorenzo and Matt Williams brought in streetwear, in this like Mark Echoes complex idea of what it is today, what high schools look like today. And everyone knows that, I'm the leader, I'm the king, right? So a king can't live in someone else's castle.
Doesn't change that it's racism. This is terrible.
Because people always think of things like a celebrity. This kind of, I wouldn't have been so influential in clothing language. I like that, but I like the word language better than aesthetic, because the language is a base. Aesthetic is just a style. It's a language.
Y'all hate the way Kanye talks. I also feel like the way he talks is some type of performance. Kanye West has formally notified Gap of plans to terminate their contract. According to his lawyers, Gap breached the partnership agreement by failing to open branded Yeezy stores and distribute his apparel as originally planned. Let's see.
Well, there was a lot of potential in this deal, but it sounds like you're terminating.
Well, don't bring a leader in and have them not lead. Why would I argue with people who are getting paid by the Gap? I'm sorry, I'm not going to argue with people that are broker than me about money.
Understood.
And that was a word.
Well, there was.
Ciao. Everybody thinks he's a mood. I personally think that probably was bad business in some respect. I don't know the whole situation, but just something feels off about it. Kanye always complaining about somebody, and then a day or two later we find out that he was on bullshit. Okay, I mean, he's a billionaire. I don't have anything to say about how he handles his business dealings, but I hate the way he talk. Lord, I can't stand the way he talk. All right, y'all, let's talk about Nick Cannon, because this was problematic for me. I remember when we all thought Lanisha Cole was one of the women that he got pregnant, and she actually had another man on her Instagram saying that the baby was not his. And now she's pregnant, she's had her baby and it's Nick Cannon's baby. And I was just kind of like, why would you lie? Because you didn't want that stress during your pregnancy. You hope that's probably why she lied. She lied because she didn't want the stress during her pregnancy. She wanted everybody to leave her alone. Introducing Onyx Ice Cold Cannon. Child, that sound like a fucking Coca-Cola commercial. Once again, today I am in awe of the divine feminine. God has given me and Miss Lanisha Cole the privilege of hosting an angel here on earth. I vow to protect, provide, guide, and love this child to the best of my abilities. In this moment of celebration and jubilee, I wish to mute any low vibrational frequencies and only rejoice with the highest class of civilization who are truly aligned with our purpose here in this dimension. Y'all, what the fuck is what y'all? And listen, I'm a deep ass bitch, y'all. I really am. But to me, this still feels like manipulation. This feels like using spirituality to control women. We all learn so much from these angels we call children. I am learning that it is not the limited amount of time we have on this planet, but it's the limited amount of love that is the issue. And I promise to love this little girl with all my heart, regardless of what anyone says. And listen, you know what I can't stand? He acting like people don't want him to be a good father. Our issue is that you continue to have so many children and you're already stretched thin. So you're not providing those children with what they need. Like, that's the main issue here. Anyway, she says, as I promise to love this little girl with all my heart, regardless what anyone says, I've given up on attempting to define myself for the world or society, but instead I'm doing the work to heal and grow into the infinite being God ordained me to be. Hopefully I can teach Onyx the same, to not let others shame or ridicule her with their outside opinions, because when they do, they are only projecting their own harsh experiences, pain, and social programming onto her unblemished beauty. As we all know, I am not easily triggered and have quite tough skin and have always been an open book, but not everyone in my family has that same level of strength. So I pray and ask others to please project all criticism and cynicism towards me, and not the loving limited amount. Wait, and not child. Where did it go? Where did it go? What did it? I hate when they do that. The loving towards me, and not the loving and precious mothers of my children. Miss Lanisha Cole is one of the most guileless, peaceful, and unconfrontational kind souls I've ever witnessed, and only deserves to revel in this moment of blissful joy of motherhood. Please give her that. She is so loving and pure-hearted. As for me, if you are truly concerned during this time of spiritual warfare, my inner struggles with self, mental wellness, and physical health concerns, just continue to pray for me and my entire family, that God will grant us peace that surpasses all understanding. Today has been such a special day. This is Miss Lanisha Cole. She said, today has been such a special day for us. I can't tell you how blessed I feel to welcome Onyx Ice Cold Cannon into this world. The joy that I feel as a mother is something that has forever opened my heart in a huge new way. She's surrounded by so much love, and I'm already obsessed with her. And you already know there'll be no shortage of pics and video. Okay. So listen, somebody said they asked Nick Cannon why he didn't have any full black mamas. This nigga basically said say less and got a black woman pregnant just to prove a point. Shaking my head. I believe that actually he had gotten her pregnant with the other women. Like I believe with them other ones, like the first round of babies after this first round of babies he's had that are all under like 1 year old or something like that, he got her pregnant, and I believe she might have had a miscarriage. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that she got pregnant and had a miscarriage. And this one actually, came through. So it's a blessing nonetheless. But it's absolutely giving cult. And the message was giving cult as well. And then the other baby mama got on Homegirl's podcast, and it was even more it was giving even more of those vibes. Let me find it. Shan Moody. What's her name? Shan Booty. Yeah, her. Let me go to Shan Booty right quick. Okay, here it is.
Naturally, yes, I could understand everybody's distaste and disagreements in the way that I have chosen to live my life. And I find it funny too when everyone's always coming and be like, he's playing you, he's playing. I'm like, technically speaking, we all know about each other. It's just, how much do you want to know? How much are you choosing to know? And I trust the connection that I have with Nick.
So is Nick your primary partner?
Nick is my primary partner. Yes. During this pregnancy, I'm monogamous by choice. I'm monogamous by choice, and that's very important for me to state. But if a connection comes, and it doesn't necessarily have to be sex, and I think that's what everybody always thinks is, oh my God, you guys are having one big orgy. And it's like, actually, no, it's actually quite the opposite, and it's beautiful. And it could be, I think that people are so focused on what it is that they're afraid of. And that's,
well, in truth, they're afraid of what's happening to Nick. They're afraid of it turning into multiple children.
Now,
okay. So it feels like as much as they're trying to drape it in spirituality that makes it deeper than what it is no different than a man impregnating a whole bunch of women in a hood and having, all of these separate homes that he can go to at any point where he can be there for the kids, but he can also sleep with the women. Young Jock, for instance. Young Jock and Nick Cannon are no different. They have money. They have all these women that allow themselves to get pregnant for them, and they agree to live in a polyamorous-like situation. But most of the women seem, especially in Nick's situation, most of the women are monogamous to him in one respect or another. Probably not something he demands, but something that is pressured. Outside of that, to me, the biggest problem is that it promotes the idea that men can have all of these children and provide those children with the mental and emotional stability that they need. And you can't. As somebody that had a father there every day, you cannot provide that type of emotional support, that type of mental stability. I mean, I tell y'all all the time that my father's presence was enough to scare a lot of people. Like, just him being who he was and being present at everything for his children was enough a lot of the time. And this is somebody that wasn't like that. Like, this is somebody that taught you, that did homework with you. He was there every step of the way. That's the type of parent that he wanted to be. That's the type of parent that he was. So I know what it is to have somebody there for you all the time, and the safety that it provides to always hear your father, like in the next room at night, when you may be scared when you're a little girl. Like, I understand that those kids may not have that same understanding growing up because of the money that they have, but I absolutely feel like there's an everyday aspect where those children are going to miss their father. and they're not going to always be able to have access to him because he has so many other children to be there for, on top of the fact that he's famous and well sought after in his business ventures, which takes him away even more. And y'all think that that's suitable, and it's not. And it's harmful. And we show you this, like all of these generations of men who have done this exact same thing, and how the kids have suffered in the end, and they become adults, and we see the issues that they have and what they have to go to therapy to deal with because they did not feel the love. They did not get the attention. They felt as if they were not important. And what that does to them as they get older and the decisions that they make in their relationships. It's so problematic to continue to promote this as if this man is living in a huge, what is it called, y'all? A community where all of the women are close. And when he comes home, all the children are there. All of the women are there. He might just have to go to one house next to the other house, next to the other house. That type of shit, I can understand because you are in close proximity. I'm not somebody that feels like every relationship has to look the same. I don't have a problem with polyamorous relationships. I don't have an issue with anything that people want to do that makes them happy, as long as there is no one being hurt in the process, for real. Okay. And essentially nothing that they're doing is going to be harmful as long as they, take care of those kids appropriately. But it's still fucked up to continue to promote the idea that a man can go around having children, right? A huge compound. Thank you. It is ridiculous and it is harmful, especially in our community, for somebody through entertainment to go around promoting having a whole bunch of children by a whole bunch of different women just because those women agreed to it. Money isn't everything. Time and energy mean everything. And as he said so eloquently in that write-up that I'm sure his publicist or his assistant, who I hear is also a part of the cult thing, allegedly, but it feels, in the way they talk, the way they're writing things, it feels like adding in different aspects of spirituality and God into a manipulation so that a man can be self-centered and having his ego stroked by knowing that he has all of these women that are not only beautiful and producing all of these children from him, but also that they are waiting for him and they are in agreement to it. It is definitely something that is stroking his ego, and he is getting a high off of it in some way. And I don't think it's healthy. Just like I don't think it's healthy for women to have a whole bunch of children, because it makes them feel like, oh, now I have another baby that's dependent upon me. That makes me feel whole now because this child is dependent upon me. That shit isn't healthy either. So yeah, we'll continue to pray for y'all, Nick. But as long as you posting it on Instagram and social media, people are going to have an opinion, and you know that. Now, if he buys the compound, y'all, I ain't got nothing to say, but something tells me that won't be the easiest thing to do. And it also makes me wonder what's going on with the woman who lost the baby? What's going on there? Because of a part of this makes me feel like only the women who actually have the children are treated well. And the women that have to go through painful moments of losing children or having miscarriages don't get the same amount of love and attention or reverence or even respect as the women who do have the children. That may not be the case, but something makes me feel like if we're going to be on this end of the spectrum, like if we're going to be this wild about it, there's probably a level of fucked upness that goes on because of how much is put into creating the children with the women. So the women that fall short, he forms relationships with these women, and these women that aren't able to have all these fucking children, like this one right here, who's, then had the twins and now she's pregnant again. What happens to those women? How are those women treated in this polyamorous, what are y'all calling it? Harem that y'all have going on over there. Anyway, child, Lord have mercy. Pray for us, Lord. Shout out to Shan Booty. She always get the good people for the podcast now. Now listen, last time we talked, I told y'all and I spoke very strongly about how it upset me to see people blame the rapper R&B Rock. That's his name, right? Because y'all know I didn't know him. Y'all know I didn't know him before he was Pnb Rock. I'm sorry. Pnb Rock. I've been saying the boy name wrong because I don't know him like that. I'm sorry. Pnb Rock. Peanut butter and jelly. Okay, yes. Pnb Rock. R.I.P. for the young man. Okay. But I was very upset at the way that people were. It's R&B Rock? No, it's not. It's Pnb Rock, right? Jay Wilson, thank you for the super chat. You ever consider being a counselor or a therapist? Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I told y'all that I didn't like that they did that. I thought that it was terrible because that girl probably was already severely traumatized. And the internet decided to make her out to be some type of, and y'all do this all the time to women, some type of, gutter snipe hood rat bitch that would have a baby for a man, be with him for a number of years, and then be traveling with him and set him up to be killed over some fucking jewelry, right? That makes sense to everybody in the comments on Instagram the day that this man was murdered, and they posted it on the internet with such callousness. The lack of sympathy amongst people on social media sometimes is extremely problematic to me. And the fact that people always rush to make young women out to be, these aberrations of demonic women that y'all like to act, y'all like all the Delilah energy. I think a lot of y'all like to promote that as if you can't back it up and realize that most women that are gutter snipes usually have been harmed in such a detrimental way. This is how they're now formed because somebody harmed them, not because they just came out from, the devil's loins to tempt you to do the wrong shit. But that's the way y'all act about it. Well, guess what? We found out that not only was PNB posting his own location, he was online arguing with niggas that was telling him stuff.
What's up, nigga? When I came to Macca Challenge, you wasn't on shit. And when you came there, what? What about it? Where the fuck I was at? That's what you niggas want to know. When I pulled up, nigga, you was quiet for like 4 days, nigga. He just reaching. He want to be Big Pnb so bad, you hear me? Nigga, I'll take your shit off your neck. Oh, man. Real talk. Yo, why you trying to put your glasses on? You really trying to be me, bro? Look at this nigga, man. You my son for real, bro. You like 40. All right, man. I got real though. You in LA? There's some people like in the city who need to get out on you though. Tell them to pull up, man. Where you at? In Atlanta. Where? Fuck, nigga, just tell them to come to the A, nigga.
We gonna call you back.
You stupid?
We don't got time for that negative energy.
All right, well, look, I'm gonna hit you on a one-on-one, so I'm gonna see you pull up on me. All right, bro. Cause you's a bitch. You hear me? My name.
So, what we see right here is PNB, what I feel like, online antagonizing people that are not laughing. And his girl is in the background playing as if everything is cool, but she's telling him to get off the phone. Like, what is going on? And I said this in my video that I felt like he gave this energy like he was telling niggas to try him. Dudes always do that. That's the energy that's promoted in our community. That's the energy that's promoted, right? This is what y'all want. Y'all want people not to care. Y'all want them to not show any fear. You want them not to care about their lives. You want them to be reckless when it comes to each other. Don't think. Just promote foolishness. Just promote foolishness. And then it came out, and I posted it on my community page, y'all. Let me get that. But I posted it on my community page, the story about how Pnb Rock posted his own location on social media the day before. Was it really necessary for everybody to dog his girl out like that right after she sat there and watched him bleed out on the ground? Was that necessary? Because I don't think it was. And that's why it upset me so, because I knew there was no way that they could know that for a fact.
Confirmed a few minutes ago that he was targeted because of an Instagram post. There were actually a couple, one from the rapper himself in the
parking lot when they first got here, giving somebody enough time to get here and kill him, and then another one from his girlfriend when they were sitting at the table. The restaurant is back open today, but obviously a much different vibe inside. People who work here extremely upset.
And Chief Michael Moore just confirmed a few minutes ago that he was targeted because of an Instagram post. There were actually a couple, one from the rapper himself in the back parking lot when they first got here, giving somebody enough time to get here and kill him, and then another.
So yeah, y'all. I'm sad that this young man is dead like this. I really am. This is so terrible. But I thought the display online by Kodak Black, Nicki Minaj's tweets that didn't say the girl's name, but absolutely put the narrative that the family members need to be more conscious because these rappers are in such great danger. When the rappers don't give a fuck about their safety, when they go to these areas, when they sport their jewelry, when they send their own location out in the parking lot before they even went into the restaurant, giving somebody time to roll up on them. I wonder how much time it was between her posting the food and somebody rolling up on them because they saw the first post in the parking lot first. Yeah. Black Kings was like off with her head. She set him up. Right. Nicki Minaj reinforcing the guilt, talking about all over chicken and waffles, shaking my head. Like, and I pointed it out that Cardi B was one of the only people, of celebrity at that moment, because eventually even Lil Duval was like, y'all gotta chill on blaming. And y'all know I just unfollowed Lil Duval because he been annoying the shit out of me, and he was one of the people that was like, y'all gotta stop blaming that girl. Y'all know niggas out here be plotting. And no, these street rappers don't be that smart because they really don't be street like that. They really do hope and pray that they just the hardest nigga in the room. But everybody knows there's always a harder nigga. There's always somebody that will pull up on you and do whatever, and you're not going to have a chance to respond. So you're not going to be able to be that dude that you think you are to not, allow these things to actually take place. They came 45 minutes after her pic was posted. Well, apparently they saw his post first too. The point is, if she is wrong, so is he. But the truth of the matter is, people should be able to post wherever the fuck they are in public without somebody rolling up on them and killing them for any reason. That's the point. So can we deal with that? Y'all don't want to deal with that. That's too hard, right? That's too hard. So let's blame the chick he was with. Shit is sad, man. Shit is super duper sad that the internet is just relentless with the way that they will go after, attack, with just no regard for what a person can personally be going through in that moment and how wrong their asses can be about something. It's just very unfortunate. But child, outside of that, I'm done. I think I'm done, girl. I think I didn't say it enough for the day. I had a good time. Okay, they came 20 minutes after her, 45 after his. Oh, okay. 45 after his post, not hers. Okay. Well, somebody's correct. Either way, both of them posted where they were. Both of them. And to me, his energy gave, I dare y'all niggas run up. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. That's the vibe that it gave. And that's the vibe that these niggas have. They're supposed to have this, I don't give a fuck, you ain't gonna do shit, I'm that nigga vibe. That's the vibe y'all want them to have. And that's the vibe that ends up having situations like this take place, regardless of how terrible it was. Regardless of what she posted, he was reckless and without security. That's another thing. That's another thing. He told us in his interview with DJ Academics that he had already gotten robbed several times before in LA. So why are you continuing to walk around with your big fucking jewelry on and no security to protect yourself? It just shows that you were trying to be big and bad. That's what it feels like to me. I could be wrong. Either way, nobody deserves to die over no fucking chain. That's ridiculous. But we are in a very explosive time. I think people are responding to things in a more harsh, more violent way than they once did. And that's unfortunate, but it's the truth of the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's where we at with it. That's why you got to stay out the way and not be ruled by your anger, because you never know how crazy motherfuckers are. Everybody that want to cut you off in traffic, want to be rude when you go out in the street, everybody isn't worth showing your ass for them, because they're always willing to go the extra step. It's crazy. It's crazy the times we live in. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow all the bonbons on Facebook. Thank y'all so much, Facebook people, for coming through. Playback people, love y'all too. If this goes missing, know it'll be on my website, BondyBlueShow.com. Okay, and if it does go missing, what I have been doing is taking them down and premiering them again, so that you guys can see that they're up again if you missed it. Okay, so playback people, if it's not there, you might catch it in premiere later on today. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all, and y'all enjoy y'all weekend, baby. Peace out.